So Cellcontrol is this wonderful device, the winner of the CES Innovation Award, 2010 National Traffic Safety Institute Technology Award, Pinnacle Technology Award, or it may all be one, with a lot of words. Of course, how many people do we lose every year by in accidents due to texting?
I mean, the numbers right now, it has surpassed any fatalities that have happened from alcohol, drugs, of that type of fatalities from alcohol, driving. It's pretty bad. I mean, right now, just on the teen front, we're up probably 19% on teen driving deaths alone associated to cell phone use. In fact, the National Safety Council will tell you that 25% of all accidents today, all accidents are caused by distracted driving, such as a mobile device. And quite honestly, we think that's probably actually low. That's only what is reported or able to be determined through police activities. It's probably a lot higher than that. Just look out the roads when you drive. Look at I-95. It's an epidemic out there that has to be solved, and that's one of the passions that we have when we started this business.
Now, you say that the phone has to be plugged into this device, correct?
So actually, the Cellcontrol trigger, we call it the trigger, that plugs into the vehicle, and then that communicates to the mobile device via a non-pairing Bluetooth signal.
Oh, okay.
So once you plug it in and you have our application running on your phone, you're done. Everything else takes over. And what's really unique about what we do, Steve, is that we actually determine as soon as the vehicle, one of the reasons we plug in is to get into the diagnostic, the OBD port. They call it the onboard diagnostic of the vehicle. The same port that you plug into when your manufacturer, when you take your car in for service, and they to see why your check engine light is on. So it's a very common port in the vehicles. And we're able to then the speed of the vehicle. So as soon as the car goes to 1 mile an hour, with that Bluetooth signal activates the phone, and the Cellcontrol screen comes on, which blocks the phone from any driver interaction. That simple. As stop, the screen releases. And it also covers all the mobile devices that are in the vehicle, because today, teens, parents, workers, we have smartphones, we have tablets, we have laptops, we have rugged PC vans, and we designed our system to cover all of the devices in the vehicle as soon as the wheels start moving. Very unique.
Now, does the individual, like the teenager, for example, have any idea that this thing is plugged in? Do you conceal that from them, I assume, right?
Typically we encourage families to have open communication with their kids. We think that the behavioral aspects of safer driving starts with a lot of communication. And although the child can try teen, I should say, not child, could technically just remove the trigger from the car, we've actually built it so that it's when the trigger is removed, an SMS or an email goes out to the parent or to the company administrator, letting them know that the device has been tampered with. So we have built that in, and it only takes a few times of a teen doing that for the parents to let them know that we caught you doing that. And of course, also on the software as well too. If they attempt to remove the software from the phone, there's an alert that goes to the administration of the account. So we built in tamper resistant as well too. But we do encourage open communication, because it's not just about saving their life; it's changing behavior, and that's what's really important.
Now, when you sell, the product is sold, I know, at retail stores. Do you guys sell direct to the stores, or do you go through distributors?
So typically on the retail, we've had a partner. We also direct, and then on the commercial accounts, we typically have leading retailer channel partners. So people that are involved in fleet technologies, we sell GPS and vehicle tracking systems, and then we're also partnered with mobile carriers, cellular companies here in the U.S. as well for their enterprise fleets. So we have multiple distribution channels in order to make our product available.
And I know in this area we have Walmart for sure. Who else?
In Walmart, also Walmart online. We're also a select number of AT&T stores. You'd have to check your local AT&T store for Cellcontrol product. Then, of course, online as well at cellcontrol.com.
All right, so plenty of options. Gee, I was going to become a distributor, but I guess I can't, huh?
I'll make a special option for you.
We'll sell door to door.
There you go.
these affluent suburban communities and just look around for kids in cars and just ring the bell.
Yeah, and again, it's such a problem today. Here in the country, we want our kids safe. We want our family healthy. And Cellcontrol for teens and even adult drivers, it makes perfect sense. And for parents, too, because, to be honest, parents, the example of those young future drivers that are sitting in the back of the car as well, too. It's going to take everybody to get involved, and we think that our technology for Cellcontrol is going to just enable some of that better behavior.
All right, our phone number is 508-673-1480, and if you have a question for Kevin about this fabulous new device, I would suggest you get on the phone real quick, because who knows how long we can keep him here, because he's busy saving lives, and that's important. 508-673-1480, and you call the device the what? The trigger?
It's the Cellcontrol. We call it the trigger. It's the actual plug-in, the Cellcontrol trigger.
Gotcha. And boy, it's a trigger I'd pull in a second if I had kids out there driving. That's for sure.
No doubt.
I don't think I'll do it to my wife, though, because she couldn't live without that cell phone going. Not that she would text, but she's on that phone quite a bit.
Well, everybody in America is, but it's important that our family members and our employees to where they're going, and most importantly, they got to get home.
Well, I think it's been great, and I wish you all the luck in the world. I hope this thing sells by the million, and I thank you so much for being with us.
I appreciate it, and would love to come back and give you an update on our progress. Thank you very much.
You just let me know when you're ready. Thanks.
You betcha.
That's a great idea, great product, and that's Kevin Coppolino, Vice President of Corporate Stuff. One thing I didn't mention, I should have mentioned it to Kevin, is that you can program this deal so they can make certain calls. They can call you, for example, if you wish. They don't have to, but they could. They can call 911. That's possible. And you can program in other numbers that you think are important.
And the lawyer.
And the lawyer, yeah. You got to be able to call your lawyer. You never know. You just never know when your little all-star just might get himself into a problem or herself. Yeah, it could happen. But I think it's a great idea. It's super. $89. I mean, it's not that big a deal. All right, let's go to Paul in Fall River. Welcome. Hi, Paul. What's up?
Hey, Steve. How you doing today?
Great, thanks. How about you?
Good. Hey, I caught part of what you had said. I was in and out of the car. I know you talked last week about the guy that was going to be on about this particular device that doesn't allow you to make cell phone calls while the car is in motion. But, to tell you the truth, I'd like to see the insurance industry step up to the plate on this and say, you know what, if you're willing to install this in a car and put us down as a contact, in other words, I didn't know that they'd contact the family when the unit's been deactivated. And if you're willing to keep this in the car and set our number to it, if it gets activated, you get 10% off. And if it gets deactivated, you're right back to paying the full price of your insurance on the car.
I think it's a great idea. I don't know how you could really monitor. They can't even monitor when people cancel their auto insurance, right?
It's pretty simple. In other words,
unless you notified the insurance company as well as the parent, you mean, when it's disconnected?
Yeah, exactly. In other words, they have their own number set up. And it notifies them that policy number 65301 deactivated the device. Boom, you're back to paying full price. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Maybe I should call Amica. We'll come up with a whole new business, right?
Yeah, because it's an outstanding thing. In other words, you're showing responsibility on your part, and your insurance company is going to make out because they have to pay less benefits to accidents that are distracted driver caused. Well,
that's exactly how they brought this to market with the fleets. Because, the Hertzes and the Avises of the world, they desperately wanted to do something to control this nightmare, which it is. Yeah. It's an epidemic right now out there. So you're right. I think it's a great idea. I first heard about it from the West Bridgewater Police.
Oh.
And they were giving them away. They gave away 10 of them as door prizes when they had a school safety night at the high school.
Good idea, yeah.
And that was March 21st. I'd never heard of the device before that. Have you?
No, and you talking about it on the radio. That's the first I've ever heard of it.
Well, see, we're getting the word out.